Okay, hearing people, can we please stop getting angry for 2 seconds and maybe think that, hey, this person cannot hear me? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about getting frustrated with deaf people because they're not hearing you or responding to you when you say something to them. And I don't actually mean when you know that somebody is deaf and they don't respond to you, although that is an issue. But I'm talking about when you just happen to go up to a random stranger, you say something and they just don't respond, and because of that, you might get a little angry and a little aggressive. So, story time. Last week I went to Whole Foods with a new friend of mine, a new sort of business partner of mine, and I was checking out the frozen food section. I was all, bent over looking at what's in the freezer. And once I get up and I look over, I'm seeing that Nicole and this random stranger are kind of talking and there's laughter going on, and me being the nosy person that I am, I was like, oh, hey, what's going on? What's so funny? Because this was happening for about like another 10 seconds, and I was just kind of watching, very confused and very interested. And she told me that when I was, minding my own business, looking at food, that guy that she was talking to was trying to talk to me, and because I wasn't answering him, he was either acting very angry at that point or he was just looking angry and then walking away. I don't really know which happened, but it's not really a good thing to be angry at someone if they're not responding to you. And this isn't the first time that it's happened, not just to myself, but you see on the news, on the internet, there was a deaf employee at Publix and somebody was trying to get their attention. Employee was not hearing her, she was turning around, she was stacking the shelves, stocking up the shelves, whatever. And this woman got so frustrated at this deaf employee that she punched them. She was trying to have a conversation with someone or ask for help instead of either just tapping somebody on the shoulder or, whatever, or finding someone else, I guess. The solution in this person's head was to get physical and punch them. I'm sorry, what? Now, thankfully, nothing happened to me at Whole Foods, but I think about not only just as a deaf person, but as a deaf woman at that. You see on the news, on Twitter, that a woman had gotten killed or hurt by a very angry man because either A, she ignored him, or B, she did not ignore him, but did flat out reject this person. He got angry, so it got physical. It worries me that a stranger, whether a man, a woman, non-binary, whatever, it worries me that they get angry. Not just, oh, I'm disappointed, I'm kind of frustrated that this person is not responding to me, but angry. I totally get when you're trying to get someone's attention and they're not paying attention to you, they're not responding. I've been there, I get a little annoyed, but I move on. Or I will tap them on the shoulder to get their attention and then I will move on. But to be physically angry, pissed off, to punch someone even, why? What good do you think that this is going to do? And yeah, a lot of this happens because a lot of people haven't had experience with meeting a deaf person, so they just don't think about it. And that saddens me. It saddens me that people have to even realize that, hey, this person might be a deaf person. Why do you have to meet a deaf person first to think about it? Why do you actually have to meet a deaf person first to think about it? Why can't it just be that somebody might just automatically realize this person must not be able to hear me, let me tap them on the shoulder? Is that making any sense whatsoever? And when I wrote about this story on my Facebook page, somebody said there needs to be a little bit of understanding between both sides. And like I said, I understand the frustration. I understand when somebody doesn't respond to you and you might really need help. I don't even know what this person wanted in the first place. I don't know if they wanted me to get out of the way real quick because they knew what they wanted, which I would have moved out of the way, or if they had to ask me for help, which I don't work at Whole Foods anyway, so why are you asking me? Or B, if there was another type of conversation. You might get what I'm getting at here, in which I'm at a Whole Foods, leave me alone, man. I get it. But if somebody is being very angry at me or is very angry because of me, and when I think about it, what could have possibly happened if this person was mad enough to maybe potentially do something, because it has happened, doesn't mean that it will happen. But when you see the news, it could happen. Why would I want to be understanding of that? Why should I be understanding of that? But thankfully nothing did happen. And Nicole told him, she can't hear you. She's deaf, which funny enough, Nicole was also deaf. And all of a sudden, he was just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Great, but why are you only sorry after being notified that I'm deaf? Why is it that now you're not angry anymore? Why couldn't it have just been from the get-go? Okay, she's not responding, time to move on and find someone else, I guess, depending on what is going to be said. Why did you have to know that somebody was deaf to make you feel bad, for you to feel bad? Oh, well, thanks for not being the public customer and punching me in the shoulder, at least. But yeah, moral of the story here, if you come across someone who isn't paying attention to you, who isn't hearing you say hello or whatever, tap them on the shoulder at least. If that still doesn't work, move on. It sucks if they don't respond, but nobody's obligated to really talk to you when they're just on their own time trying to do whatever it is that they need to do. And stuff like that can be a really scary moment for deaf people. When I posted that story on Twitter and Facebook, people responded with their own stories, and I was just like, oh boy, you know? Let me know in the comments if anything like this has happened to you, fellow deaf people. I feel like this is also a story that can be told by other disabled people, those who are blind and those who use wheelchairs. I've heard some horror stories, I've read some horror stories, you know, so let's share those down in the comments if you're comfortable. If you would like to help translate this video, I would very much appreciate it. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I very much appreciate it, and I will see you later. Bye!